After I got out of the mental hospital, I I went to school. I started school at UIC in 2006, and I I didn't hear anything from Amy at all, and until fall of that year, and then she came back, with the dream interrogations and stuff like that, and I I had another breakdown and I ended up in the hospital again. And when I got out of the hospital, I remember just kind of struggling through the, not struggling academically, but struggling with her harassments and everything like that. Struggling through the winter semester of 2007 until my mom got a place in Chicago for me to stay, and I went there, and within she got I went there to the place in Chicago, and I was living there for a month, and all the time while I was living there, Amy had gotten the place downstairs and was harassing me from the floor below. And she had DEA agents along with her, and they were interrogating me in the nighttime, and I had another breakdown, ended up in the hospital again, and I ended up in the hospital again, and after I got out of the hospital, what's the word for it? Once I got out of the hospital, the voices started in my head, and there would be her voice, and they would be interrogating me. And I decided to move in with my grandmother because I couldn't take it being interrogated. I thought, every time I was in an apartment complex or something like that, they would always come from below. And once I got out of the apartment complex, I went, back to my grandmother's, and there's no, in the basement, there's no below. So I thought I could get away from her, but in reality, I got the voice to skull, and I was hearing voices in my head, and hearing Amy's voice and these other DEA agents and police officers and whatnot, and they were interrogating me, asking me about methamphetamine and just stuff like that, and they were accusing me of making methamphetamine, which I've never done, and they were just constantly accusing me of it, and it got to a point where I was able to make it through school through the fall of 2007, but come winter 2008, I had another breakdown, and I wasn't able to continue at school, and so I got on the in the hospital again. I've been in hospital a lot of times, and the they put me on a Risperdal, and the voices stopped, but the gang stalking with the cars missing headlights and that sort of stuff, which started back in 2000 in summer of 2007. The cars missing headlights and that stuff continued, and I saw I made it to the next year. I completed a course in summer school. I completed a course in the fall, and then I got around to the this winter 2009. And what happened was, in winter 2009, there was still a lot of gang stalking, a lot of horns honking and stuff like that outside my building. And what happened was, is I had to take a lot of clonazepam to sleep at night, and I had gotten addicted to clonazepam, and over the summer I decided to get off of it, and because of the horn honking and everything like that outside the building, I decided that the Risperdal wasn't working at all, and so I gotten off of it. And over the summer of that year, over the summer of that year, over the summer of 2008,